Why can't you focus anymore? At some point, something changed. Things that used to feel easy now feel difficult. Simple tasks feel heavy. Reading a few pages feels exhausting. Sitting down to work feels like a struggle. Even watching something without checking your phone feels impossible. And the strange part is, you know what you need to do, but you just don't do it. Or you try, and your mind drifts away. You open one app, then another, and suddenly, you don't even remember what you were trying to do. And this keeps happening again and again and again. So you start thinking, maybe you're just lazy. Maybe your discipline is weak. Maybe something is wrong with you. But that's not the truth. The real reason is much deeper. Your brain has changed. Not permanently, but enough to affect how you think, how you focus, how you feel. And it didn't happen overnight. It happened slowly, through repetition, through habits you didn't even notice. Every time you scroll, your brain learns something. Every time you switch apps, your brain adapts. Every time you chase something new, your brain rewires itself. Fast content, short videos, endless feeds, they all train your brain to expect speed, to expect novelty, to expect constant stimulation. And over time, that becomes your normal. Now think about this. If your brain is used to constant input, what happens when there's nothing? Silence feels uncomfortable. Stillness feels wrong. Even boredom feels like something you need to escape. So your brain resists it. It pushes you back toward stimulation, toward distraction, toward anything that feels easier. And that's why focusing feels so hard. Because focus is the opposite of stimulation. Focus requires stillness. It requires effort. It requires staying in one place, with one thing. And your brain is no longer used to that. Now here where it gets worse. The more you give in to distraction, the stronger that pattern becomes. You try to focus. You fail. So you escape. Back to your phone. Back to quick content. Back to easy dopamine. And in that moment, it feels good. It feels easy. It feels natural. But you're reinforcing the problem. You're teaching your brain. This is better. This is easier. Choose this. And slowly, your ability to focus starts to shrink. Not because it's gone, but because you're not using it. Focus is like a muscle. And like any muscle, if you don't use it, it weakens. Not instantly, but gradually. And most people don't notice it happening until it becomes a problem. Now here's something important. Your brain is not broken. It's doing exactly what it was trained to do. It's following patterns. The patterns you repeat every day. So if your pattern is distraction, your brain becomes better at being distracted. If your pattern is stimulation, your brain becomes dependent on stimulation. And if your pattern is avoiding effort, your brain learns to resist effort. This is why forcing yourself doesn't work, because you're fighting against your own conditioning. And willpower is not enough for that. So what actually works? You don't fight your brain. You retrain it. Slowly, intentionally. And it starts with something simple. Reducing stimulation. Not completely, but enough to feel the difference. Less scrolling, less switching, less noise. Because right now, your brain has no space, no room to reset, no room to slow down. And without that, focus can't return. The second step is allowing boredom, not avoiding it, not escaping it, but sitting with it, even for a few minutes. Because boredom is the reset point. It's where your brain starts to recalibrate. It's where it remembers how to be still. And at first, it will feel uncomfortable. You'll want to escape. You'll feel the urge to check something, to do something, to distract yourself. But if you stay just a little longer, that feeling changes. It becomes quieter, less intense, and that's where focus begins. Not instantly, but gradually. The third step is rebuilding focus in small amounts, not hours, not extreme discipline, just small, consistent effort. 5 minutes, then 10, then 15, and slowly, your brain adapts again. But this time, in the right direction. Now here's the key. Consistency matters more than intensity. Doing a little every day is more powerful than doing a lot once in a while, because consistency creates new patterns, and patterns shape your brain. Over time, focus becomes easier, not because tasks changed, but because you changed. Your habits changed. Your patterns changed. Your brain adapted. And once that happens, everything feels different. Things that once felt hard become manageable. Things that once felt impossible become normal. And focus returns, not instantly, but steadily. Because in the end, you didn't lose your focus. You just trained your brain to avoid it. And once you understand that, you can reverse it, step by step, day by day, until focusing again feels natural,